Trust and honesty. Those are the only two qualities we seek in a company when we have to spend our hard-earned money for service, air conditioning and plumbing service especially. I'm Sean Clinch, the host of Stories Inside the Man Cave podcast, and the fine American gentlemen at Honest AC and Plumbing, well, they fit that mold. It's in their name. They're veteran-owned, and they are truly locally owned. Give the team at Honest a call on the number on your screen. Honest AC and Plumbing, where a handshake still means something.
Wake your ass up. Wake your ass up.
Or take a damn nap.
And we're the three best friends that anybody could have.
It's time.
Sean, you were twerking. That's going to happen.
Murph, don't be a dick all your life.
It's one of the more fun podcasts I've ever done.
Hey, I tell you what, if you're not talking about sports in the man cave, I bet not say you not a fan.
That's it.
On episode 246, we got a special guest. She is, I want to call her the pride of Smithville, Texas, Addison Otto. And reason why we're bringing her in, because you're about to hear probably this name. Just remember her name as one of the phenoms of softball, up and coming. And we're going to dive into that story. First off, Addison, appreciate you joining me from the great community of Smithville. And for those who are not from the Austin area or from other parts of Texas or other parts of the country, what's it, about 45 minutes southeast of Austin?
Yes, sir.
It is. So tell me first off about Smithville, Texas, and growing up, because, I mean, you got to be prideful where you're from. It's really a nice community. I know Hope Floats with Sandra Bullock put Smithville on the map back in the day, so to speak.
Yes, Smithville is a very small town. Everyone knows each other. I love it. I just love how small it is. You know everybody.
That's a good town. So I went to Stephen F. Austin for college out in Nacogdoches, town about 30,000. So, and all those communities around there. So I kind of understand what you're talking about. And Smithville is one of those places where, you sit on a porch and you know everybody. You watch the sunset and you go into town, so to speak, and familiar faces everywhere you go. So as we saw at the beginning of this episode, Honest AC and Plumbing and Hargrove Roofing, to your right, you see that. Those are the two sponsors of this episode. And Honest AC and Plumbing, they highly recommend, because, Addison, you know how hot it gets in the summertime here. Don't go a day without your AC. I promise. Get these guys to come out and maintenance your HVAC. And then Hargrove Roofing. We have hailstorms around here, among other things. And you want somebody who you can trust, and their slogan, know who's on your roof. Those are the guys to go with. And later on tonight, stop by our Twitter page for the new commercial for Hargrove Roofing with Big Stevie Lee, the former Longhorn defensive tackle. He gets a little stern. That's all I got to say. It's more comedy than anything. So are you okay? And I know from what I understand and through our connection, Jason Barr, who's your cousin, right?
Yes.
So we date back to Anderson High School. Know your story. I spoke to your mom. Is it okay to call you Smithville softball prodigy?
Yes.
Because we're going to tell everyone why, but softball, do you remember a day of your life in which you weren't playing softball?
No, not very much.
And you're 14 or 15?
I'm 15.
Okay. So I know small towns like Smithville. I know your AD over there, Cyril Atkins. He's one of my favorite people. You play a lot of sports in a smaller community. You play a lot. So what all do you play? What all do you star in, so to speak?
I play volleyball. I play softball, and then I run track also.
So are you going to? Could we see you at the state meet, maybe?
Maybe.
So the big story, why she is this is amazing because when I saw this, and your mom brought it to my attention first, obviously, but I want to show what the headline looked like when this was revealed. It's the first ever U15 Team USA softball team. These are the best young ladies in the country, 15 and under, and you're on that team, and you're going to travel across the globe, and it begins here pretty soon. Tell everyone about this. How did you find out about it, and how did the courtship? I mean, people have to know about you as far as scouting at a young age. You just don't get. It's not like a pickup game.
Yes. So Kat Osterman is a part of the Bomber organization. And me and my coach talked to her about like my stuff. And she like talked to the USA people. And I guess that's how they saw my name. And yeah.
So when did you find out? The date right there, January 28th, 29th. Does that sound about right?
Yes. Yeah,
So,
that's about right. Yeah.
I know you're a young lady and you have a full life ahead of you, that there's going to be some major accomplishments along the way. Would you say this is your first significant athletic accomplishment?
Yes, this is a very big part of my softball career.
Were you stunned? Were you shocked? What were you thinking at that moment? Now, the question I hate when people ask, how do you feel? We're not going to ask that.
Well, yes, I was very shocked. I couldn't believe I made the USA team. That's just unreal to me.
Yeah. So when did that idea? Why was there not a U15 Team USA team until now?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
They haven't told us anything of that. Just
So-
excited to be a part of it.
Absolutely. So what all positions? I know we've seen pictures. I know you're a pitcher. What other? You're a utility girl, right?
Yes. So I play mainly third, short, and I pitch, but I can play anywhere.
Yeah, that's amazing. So Team USA, in April is when you start traveling, correct?
No, I start Wednesday. I leave
Oh,
Wednesday.
it's Wednesday.
To go to
Wow. So you're going to Peru, right?
Yes, I'm going to Peru, and our first game is April 2nd.
Okay. So in April, and how long will you be in Peru?
I'll be there for 11 days.
Wow.
Yes.
So you're not looking forward to all that homework that's going to be involved.
Oh, no, not at all.
And then what's the next trip? Because is 11 days. Do you take a break, or
Yes,
when's
I
the
do.
next competition?
I go to Japan the end of May.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Wow. This is unreal. So you mentioned the ties to Kat Osterman. Of course, she is the Hall of Famer, the legendary softball pitcher from Houston and the University of Texas. Stunning career, and it's an even better person, as you know. When did this relationship start with Kat? You mentioned you're the Bombers, I believe.
Yes, sir. I've been playing for the Bombers about 3 years. And I first got to see her when we went to Colorado last year.
Yeah.
No, 2 years ago. And she was there at a Bomber exposure, and she was there pitching, like helping the girls out pitching and organizing everything. So that's when I first got to like actually like talk to her and communicate with her about my pitching.
Yeah. So I'm tied to her through RBI Austin, an organization that she's on the board, and we work together for RBI Austin. But everyone, obviously saw her career. Pretty amazing. Has she worked with you individually as far as mechanics and delivery or anything?
No, not individually, but she has told my coaches things, and they relate it back to me, translate it back to me. Yes.
So this is pretty amazing. But it proves to you really have to have someone advocate for you in order to connect you to the type of people we're talking about, the USA softball. I mean, if you would not have met her, do you think that it would have been a little tougher road?
Yes, I would definitely think that. Yes.
That's amazing. I mean, it's really a good story. So we're talking about the Bombers, Cat Osterman, and with Addison here. So I know this isn't the greatest video. I want to call this an auto bomb, but you have several in your career, just to give an idea of what we're dealing with here. So this young lady, she mentioned she's utility, but check out this power and the speed around the base pass as well. So I don't know what was more impressive. I couldn't tell if it was inside the park or on that video, but I was more impressed with your teammates that orchestrated you touching the plate. I mean, what all goes into that? Because, you can't you got to have everybody in sync.
Yes. Well, that was my first home run I've ever hit.
Oh, wow.
And yes, and that was in the Colorado Sparkler 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And my teammates were like, if you hit a bomb this tournament, we'll do this and this and this. And I just happened to hit a home run that game.
That's amazing. So how many home runs have you hit since then?
That was my freshman career. I've hit 7 so far. And to be honest, I don't know how many I've hit in my career.
It's one of many. So, we're going to look at some other photos with you. You talked about the development with the Bombers organization, but the family is pretty important to you. And it's not just being from a small town. You're a very close-knit family here. And some pictures that, to give an idea of what the viewers are, to give an idea of your family. Now, is that your older sister with you, or who is that?
Yes. The one in the Bomber uniform is my sister.
Okay. Now, these are obviously when you're younger.
Yes, sir.
And now, who is the other young lady?
That is Jessie Davis.
Okay.
Yes.
So
longtime friend.
So you guys live and die by softball and multiple sports. I mean, now your sister, she plays Division I at McNeese State in the Southland Conference, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what have you learned from her? Because recruiting, it takes forever. And there's a lot of you travel across the country to get noticed in front of all these coaches at these big tournaments. So I know you're just getting started, but you've already learned something. What could you tell younger young ladies who are trying to follow your path right now from what you've experienced so far?
Yes. I would say keep practicing, never give up. Just have fun playing the game. It's with your friends.
Yeah.
And always try hard.
Yeah.
Be aggressive.
So I talked to your mom, and so I've heard that Patty Gasso at OU is aware of you. When I was in Oklahoma City, I worked for the Fox affiliate, and I got to know her and cover that program extensively. So I know what goes on there. Of course, UT. There's so many great programs in the state of Texas and in this region of the country. When do you, as far as your process, how long does this, and how long did it take your sister before she said, all right, McNeese is it?
Senior year, she decided to commit to McNeese State.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, for you, do you think it'll be the same duration of time? I know you can't predict it. A number of things can happen. Talking about offers, maybe your interest will change, or maybe what direction you want to go. It's because it seems like this recruiting process, it changes every year. It seems like there's different rules.
Yes, it does. So the coaches can't talk to me yet, but I do tag them in all my Twitter posts.
Right.
Yes.
So if you were to, what is your dream program, by the way, right now?
UT.
UT?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good program. And then they played OU for the national championship.
Yes,
I
sir.
think it was last year.
Yes.
I don't know. Ever since COVID, it seems like 50 years have passed. So I kind of get my years mixed up here. So either way, if you were to add OU to the mix, I mean, you're winning either way. There's
Yeah.
So right now, you're going through this, and you're about to embark upon some world traveling. I mean, I'm assuming you've got your passport ready to roll.
Oh yeah, we got it in.
So outside of softball, I know that's what you're going for, but what are you hoping to accomplish in this 11 days beginning later this week?
Yes, I'm very excited to see the Peru, and I'm excited to see new people and my teammates. I'm very excited to meet them and just see them.
Yeah, that's have you done a little Google search on Peru and Peruvian folks?
Yes, I have.
Are you ready for their delicacy? Are you ready to detach yourself from Tex-Mex and truly dive into their culinary skills they have in Peru?
Yes, and if not, I'll just get used to it.
So let me ask you this. I have to ask you this. So have you been to Oklahoma City for either Team USA games or the Women's College World Series?
Yes, I've been to the Women's College World Series.
Okay. What did you like about that? Because that is, to me, because I'm a baseball guy, but I keep telling people over and over, because I covered a few of those and really dove into it. I think it's the most underrated 2 weeks. It's fast-paced, it's fun, it's up-tempo. I mean, how would you describe your experience when you went to the Women's College World Series?
I love the atmosphere. Everybody was very engaged to the game. It was very exciting. It never got boring. The competition level was very high.
Yeah.
Which was really fun to see.
And did you stick around for that Texas and OU National Championship Series?
No, I didn't.
It's hard to predict who's going to make it. I mean, I venture to say there's a 50% chance that Oklahoma will probably play for it if they're in the field every year.
Yeah.
So this is a tradition here in Stories Inside the Man Cave, the Man Cave Story, which is brought to us by Jim Saxton State Farm Insurance Agency. He's a ATX OG from Westlake, and he's a Longhorn legacy. His late father was a Heisman finalist, and so, but he's been insuring Austin for, hate to give your age, Jimmy, you've been doing it for 30 plus years, but he's a reliable guy. But Man Cave Story, it's usually something that, whether it be in a locker room, something happened in a game, to being with teammates, to family, so a story which is as amusing now as when it happened. Is there any kind of something that would Man Cave Story worthy that you can recall?
But I would say California was probably my biggest, because I played up with the older 14U when I just got into 14U with Nate Rodriguez. And that competition was much higher than what I've been playing with, but I had to step up, and it was our last game that we played up in California, and there was 2 runners on, 2 outs, and I was the last batter, and I was so nervous because I didn't want to be the out and then us get out of the tournament.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting a triple and them scoring, and we tied the ball game up.
Oh, wow.
That was huge for me.
That is huge. And did that instill a ton more confidence? Not that you were ever lacking, but it's moments like that which you realize a lot about yourself. That's one of those big moments. So yes. We're going to take a quick break, but on the other side, we're going to see raw emotion. And you may have seen the video. Coach Rodney Terry from UT men's basketball, and on the other side, we'll continue with the pride of Smithville, Texas, that being Addison Otto, and that's coming up on the other side of this break.
Hi, I'm Stevie Lee, former defensive tackle for the University of Texas.
And I'm Clyde Hargrove. I'm a roofer.
I also saw action in 52 games.
And I fix a lot of roofs.
Also won a Rose Bowl and never lost to A&M.
And I fix a lot of roofs, right, Stevie?
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I zoned out a little bit.
So are you going to say that thing about Hargrove Roofing?
Hargrove Roofing. Know who's on your roof.
Is this even going to work as a commercial?
I enjoyed every single day of this journey with this group, and I'm going to really miss. I'm really miss working with this group. So it was never about me; it was always about these guys. And I love these guys.
That's about as raw of emotion. That when I saw it, I got chills. And I felt it, and because that was right after Texas got beat in the Elite Eight on Sunday. That was a tough loss for any, even if someone's not a Texas fan, to see a team up by 13 and lose it that close to the Final Four. Did you watch that? What were your you didn't see it?
No, sir.
It was tough. It was tough. Yeah, that was amazing. But here, as we move on with this episode with Addison. So a lot has happened since then. And I definitely want to show you, before I reveal the latest news that has really come out. This were the players. This is the Longhorn basketball players, because Chris Beard was fired back in December because it was through an incident with his domestic violence. The charges were eventually dropped. But they fired Coach Beard, and then Rodney Terry, his assistant, was named the interim. Well, for the past month or so, everyone's asking, is UT going to name him the head coach, or they're going to not and look for a new one? So these were the players kind of lobbying for their head coach afterwards.
I just want to tell y'all how much I love RT. Like, I'm hurt because we didn't win for RT. And we didn't win for us, but, like, for RT.
He's been together with us. He kept us together, and I mean, RT deserves everything. I can tell you that.
His love that he's shown us has taken us further than the X's and O's. So I think that's something that's really important.
Just having somebody in your corner every day, just having somebody that believes in you as much as you believe in yourself. I couldn't ask for nothing else, and I'm very appreciative of him.
So you kind of see that's authentic. That was not just for the camera, but the good news is, Addison, today it was revealed. They had some conversations. His people talked to they got the contract done. He was signed for a 5-year contract to be the head coach, and so all this season. So that's kind of the story that everyone's talking about. Have you ever felt that type of emotion, or that where you're that close to any of your coaches like that?
Yes. So I was very close to Nate Rodriguez, I would say, because I had a lot of ups and downs in that season just because I was playing up with such older people. And when he was very hard on me, which I like people being hard on me so then I can step up my game. And that just felt nice to have somebody like that. And yeah.
So you definitely relate. I've always thought the player-coach relationship, it lasts a lifetime.
Yes, it does.
I really do, and you know that more than anybody. So we've had a bracket challenge here at Stories Inside the Man Cave. 43. Do you fill out brackets? You fill out? No. So I've got to show you this. It's all but over, and I'll explain why. 43 entries, and I really appreciate everyone who entered, and it was a really good job, a lot of good response here. So as of the standings, as of today, post Elite Eight, we've got B. Mays. He's the main anchor over there at K-View. We're pretty tight. And we go way back to East Texas days. And then Tess Sawyer, who, as you see here on Stories Inside the Man Cave with Tuesdays with Tess, she's having a bye week this week. She won't be on this week. So they're separated by 10 points, okay? So because Texas got beaten, so many people picked Texas. Right there at number 5, it says Mo Meb won. So he has UConn which is one of the Final Four members. If UConn wins their semifinal game on, I believe it is Saturday, if UConn wins, he will vault all the way to the top, and Mo Meb 1 will win the $100 gift card to Dirty Martin's on the UT campus. So everyone, B. Mays, I'm sure that you're hoping that UConn does not win. So that's where we stand right there. And we have I know Addison's like, why is he showing me this? I'm not going to win anything. But this is, we've been doing this throughout the podcast. And then there's a bottom 5. And we are the gift to be determined. What would you give to the last place winner? Any ideas?
Maybe a gift card somewhere.
Gift card. So Tess and I were thinking of Cadbury eggs and something just, I don't know, a gag gift maybe. We're finishing all the way last at 43rd in the basement. So are you a TikTok user?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So you're entertained thoroughly day to day by some of the videos. This is rather mild compared to what we see that I'm about to show you, but how often a day are you on TikTok? I know it's normal for your generation. I'm new to it. I'm just self-admitting that.
About an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Well, have you? Let me see if you've seen this one. So, can we agree that it's always amusing when somebody falls, as long as they're okay?
Yes.
Yes. So there's this lady. It looks like she walked into Lowe's hardware store. She bought something. It's raining outside. I have no idea why someone's filming this. I almost think it's planned, but it was hilarious. She's using the storage container to put over her head, and well, this happened. Was that planned, or do you think that was real?
That was just real.
My favorite's when people during ice storms, people trying to walk down their driveway, they don't make it. I mean, I fought off my record. I got to ask you your record, but I fell 3 times in probably a minute and a half last ice storm. Can you beat that?
Yeah, probably. Because we were outside a lot during that snowstorm.
Right. So I was told during Snowmageddon, you guys got hit hard.
Yes, we did.
Like, I'm talking about livestock lost their lives and just things that we didn't deal with in the city.
Yes, so we have cattle out towards Rosenke, and me and my brother and sister, we all had to go break ice so our cows could go drink water out of our tanks, and then we had to feed, and we had to keep the babies warm and give them hay so then they can stay warm. It was very rough.
That's tough to watch.
Yes.
I hope to God we don't have anything like that again. But that was like living. We got a sneak peek what it's like to live in South Dakota in the winter. So that was awful. But yeah, so look at super softball phenom, farmer, rancher. You do it all. What all animals do you take care of? What type? We got to know the whole story here, the whole resume.
We have chickens. We have a lot of cows, and we also go hunting. So we keep the feeders full of corn, and they always come. So that's about it.
Oh, see, all around. Are you okay if someone calls you? Hey, Addison's a country girl.
Yes, I've heard that one before.
Hey, I would wear that with like a badge of honor. 100% I would.
Hey, man, tell me something good.
Is there anything you witnessed which you think that you could deliver positivity to the world around you that you've noticed that keeps you going every day?
Never give up. There's always a new day, and you can always restart and just keep pushing yourself.
And press restart every day.
Yes, sir.
I like it. So I'll tell you something good. So March Madness is one of my favorite times of the year. I don't have any interest in it anymore because I'm going to be selfish. My team is gone, eliminated. Texas is gone. I don't have any other interest, and I can't win the bracket challenge. But that's not something good, so I need to be positive. So this time of year is amazing. You get to watch individuals like Addison Otto play softball. It's the spring, and I love football season. Don't get me wrong, but this is the great time of year. You get to see talents like Addison here, and so the whole motivation behind this episode is to really. I mean, I know I'm a former local media guy that loves stories like this, but you're going to hear this name a lot here in the next 3 or 4 years. And we have no idea where she'll end up and play college softball. She wants to play at Texas. Mike White, I hope you're listening. You probably are aware of her, but you can't communicate with her yet. But she's tweeting at you. Give her a like or something. Has he liked it already?
His assistant coach, Steve Singleton.
He did. I didn't know how it worked because that is such a weird deal with social media. Oh, you can't talk to me, but we can tweet.
Yes. It's very weird.
Very strange world. Look up Addison Otto, follow her journey. And I want to thank your mom especially, and Jason, your cousin, for connecting us. And any final thoughts about how excited you are, what you look forward to? Because I know when I was your age, 3 or 4 years seemed like an eternity, but it really just goes by like that. What are you looking forward to? Because I know you want to live each moment.
Yes, I'm just looking forward to meeting new people, traveling the world, playing softball, which is my favorite sport, which is very exciting. And yeah, I'm very excited to see what comes.
Yeah, man. Maybe some of us need to come in and make the short trip to Smithville, Texas. And is there enough seating down the lines for people in Austin to come and watch, or what are we talking about here? Can we bring our own bleachers?
Yeah, just come on. We can make some room.
Yeah, we'll make some room. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna come down with Jason at some point and watch you play. But no, I appreciate you making time for this, and I hope Stories, being a guest, VIP guest alumni now on Stories Inside the Man Cave is somewhere on your resume of big things you've accomplished in life.
Yes, thank you for having me. This was very exciting.
No, you're more than welcome. So for the Otto family and the entire city of Smithville, Texas, and for the Stories Inside the Man Cave OGs, that being Big Mike, Coach Mo, and Hardball Harge, we are out.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up.